Okay. Go for it.
Well, good morning, everybody. Hi, Judy. Hi, Samsung over there. I'm Kevin Wright. I'm new to this. Thank you, Frank. And so I just joined the group a little bit ago. This is my first ICPA. I'm loving it. It's been incredible. I'm at Arizona State University in the States. I've been there for 14 years now. The first half of that was more traditional research stuff. And so I did some stuff on visitation and recidivism, on solitary confinement and well-being. And that stuff was great, but the more time that I spent around people in prison, people working in prison, it didn't always line up. It didn't always make sense. And so I shifted a little bit. I started something called the Center for Correctional Solutions at ASU. And basically, we start in the community. So we start alongside people who are incarcerated, alongside people doing the work, and we co-create the work. And so we've done a number of participatory action research projects. We've done 3 of them now where we actually have incarcerated collaborators for all of that. We put them through institutional review board training. We do a little bit of qualitative interviewing training, and then they interview other people incarcerated. And so we have people incarcerated interviewing other people incarcerated. We've trained about 17 people to do this. They've interviewed over 800 fellow incarcerated people, and it's no longer the university coming in and asking the questions. It's actually people on the inside asking the questions. The most recent project that we did for this was in the Women's Institution, and we were starting seeing some things here and wondering about this approach. And one of the things that we did is we had graduate students go in and do interviews as we typically would in academia, and then we also had incarcerated women do the interviews. And we randomized who you got asked questions by to see if there were different results for that of who was asking the questions. And so very creative stuff that we're writing up right now. Other stuff alongside that, for the American Society of Criminology, Division of Corrections and Sentencing, I'm part of an editorial team that's doing a Learning from Lived Experience Handbook. We have 60 chapters in there, of which Rose and Danielle each have a chapter. Each one has lived experience as a component of it, so either an author or the topic that they're talking about. I actually wrote alongside my colleague Cassia Spawn about life without parole, and we wrote it with 3 guys that are currently serving life without parole. But I'd say the biggest thing that I've been focused on these last few years is reimagining the role of universities in corrections. And beyond teaching and beyond even research. And I'll be speaking about this on Thursday morning at 9 o'clock in the ballroom. But I think if we change what success looks like for corrections, and I actually believe it should be increased well-being, then we invite on a lot of people that have experience in those areas. And it's not just a criminal justice thing and not just a corrections thing. And so what does it look like to have university students that are working on their DNP to become nurse practitioners doing their clinical hours in prison, doing their capstone projects in prison, providing a service while they're doing that. And there's all these different points of connection with a mission-driven university like we are at Arizona State University, where we can be a part of the solution. I can't go as strong as you, and I don't have the credit that you do to say R&R is wrong, but I think reduced recidivism as our indicator of correctional success is limited. That's what I'll say, that it's limited in pursuing that. And if we change that, we can do so much more. And so hope you'll come out Thursday morning and hear a little bit more about that. But excited about the work that we're doing here and excited to be a part of this network. Anything else you want me to touch on, or is that good? Okay. All right. Thank you all.